everyone knows the man seated at the other side of the bench as Norm, the fixture at the end of the bar in Cheers. But what you might not know is George Wendt's wife, Bernadette Birkett, stood in for Norm's mysterious wife, Vera, who is never fully visible. George and Bernadette are here in Calgary performing together at Stage West in a play called Fox on the Fairway. We are so excited to have them with us in studio this morning. And you know what? It's a joy just sitting beside you because you clearly have been together so long and know each other so well, and it's a beautiful rapport that you have together.
Oh, well, thanks. That's so nice. You get used to each other in 36 years. So.
Yeah.
And now you're starring in a show together. Let's start by talking about Fox on the Fairway and what this show is.
Well, it's really fun and very. Our director has a gift with this kind of farce. I mean, he just is very inventive and really fun.
Yeah, it's very silly. It's going to be way over the top, and you know, just fun, crazy fun.
And the whole cast is just wonderful. In fact, I was thinking this morning. The two young people who play the young couple are the same age as our daughter and our son, so our younger kids.
So it works well. Now, these are your roots. Both of you come from live performance, from theater. Is it nice to do this together? It's got to be.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun.
It's really fun.
And it gets us away from our children, which in our real life children, which is so important for a couple.
I agree. Now, of course, we couldn't talk about you without talking about Cheers. It informed so much of your lives, both of your lives. And I've read a lot of interviews with you, George, and you're very grateful for Norm, aren't you?
Well, yeah, it was an amazing opportunity, amazing role, the best role I've ever had.
You know, he can never go anywhere without someone offering him to buy him a beer or whatever, and I say, he's like life's guest.
Right.
You know, everyone wants to have, Norm entertain, George. Yeah.
Do people must still yell Norm at you on the street?
It's, yes, and not so much as before, because I'm really like an old geezer. I look like Norm's grandpa. But so they kind of piece it together, and then they wind up buying me a beer. It's usually without yelling Norm these days.
But your love affair with beer wasn't entirely fictitious. You actually are a beer connoisseur, are you not? You wrote a book about beer.
Nobody's that good of an actor.
Are you in on this love
beer
affair
thing? Yes. Well,
no.
No, I am a fan of beer. I'm a very discerning fan of beer. I treat it like a glass of wine. I really, enjoy it, and I only like the first 2 sips. That's it. Then I give the rest to him.
It's like cigars. I only like the first minute or something, then it's like, yeah.
When's the last time you paid your own bar tab, though? I mean, I can't imagine. I can't imagine anybody would let you walk into a bar and take care of yourself. Your money's no good here, sir.
It's happened that I have gotten, my tab picked up, but I usually pay.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, people will buy me the odd round, and then I buy back, as you do.
As you do.
Yeah. That's bar etiquette.
It is bar etiquette. Now, going back to 1982, when Cheers began, did you have a sense, or at what point did you have a sense that Cheers was going to become the phenomenon that it did for both of you?
Well, I don't know about George. I have heard the producers and the creators of Cheers say often that they were sure that Cheers was something special from the very first line, from George's very first line.
Well, I knew it was going to be good, but in terms of being a hit, a sustaining hit with audiences, to get the numbers to stay on the air, that really didn't happen until the beginning of season 3, when Bill Cosby led off the night with his brand new sitcom, and it was a smash hit right out of the box. And the entire network just sort of rode his coattails for like a decade or more.
And now, I mean, sort of looking back, what do you think? Is it possible to pinpoint what it was about it, or was it just this magical combination of storyline, writer, and incredible cast?
Well, I'll accept the compliment. Thank you. The cast was really great, but it was the writing. You know, they were very, very gifted, clever writers.
At what point did Vera come into the picture?
In, really early in the first season, and actually it was never my body. It was only my voice.
Only your voice.
Only my voice, because at the same time the Cheers was on the air, I was on a show called It's Gary Shandling Show, and we had exactly the same shooting schedule, so I was never available. So it was always somebody else's body that was.
Except you
luckily,
did
I
make
did the very last one.
No, you made a guest
Right,
appearance
exactly.
as Tinkerbell.
John Ratzenberger's romantic interest.
He was,
Which
he
is
was,
hilarious.
He was Ponce de Leon at a costume party, and she was Tinkerbell,
That's right,
and
exactly.
they were smitten with each other. But then when they met again without their masks on, that neither of them could speak.
Yeah.
Now, you have made some guest appearances on other former Cheers cast members' shows. There has been a mix and match, never though an official Cheers reunion. I'm sure everybody suggests it. What are the possibilities?
I'd say 0.
Aww.
I know. It's really up to Glenn Charles, Les Charles, and Jim Burrows. Now, if they were interested and enthusiastic about it, they wouldn't be interested unless they were enthusiastic.
Right.
And if they were, I'm sure all of us would say, absolutely, let's do it. But unless they, feel good about it,
Right.
it's not going to happen.
Well, it certainly was a magical combination of people, and really delightful to meet the both of you. I'm so excited to see you both on stage, Fox on the Fairway at Stage West Theater from September 4th to November 9th. So welcome to our fair city.
Thank
you.
And we're going to try to treat you right.
Excellent.
Thank you.
More information at breakfasttelevision.ca. Check